got off the streets, off waivers from Cleveland there instead, then that makes it look like I don't know the heck I'm doing. So the Bucks have to justify that signing Vinny Curry wasn't a mistake. So he has to start. So you paid a lot of money for Vinny Curry. You paid a lot of money for JPP, who didn't show up today. He had one assist the whole game, but we'll talk about that later. You paid all this money for Bo Allen. I don't see him doing anything. He's out there. I don't see any plays that Bo Allen is making. Mitch Unrein for Chicago, he's hurt, so he hasn't played a down. So everybody you brought in, the only person even made any kind of splash so far has been JPP. Your draft picks have done nothing. Okay? Your free agent signings haven't done anything. I don't know, man. I'm just upset. I'm mad, guys. I'm so disappointed. I haven't been this mad in a long time. I said I even had a headache. I was so upset today. What you got, Georgia?
So Carlos, Jalen, Johnny Joseph says, why didn't we get the Ha Clinton when the Packers were offering? Fire our GM. Anwar Nunn says, cut Vinny Curry then. Kyle Figler says, should we give Ryan Griffin a chance to start? Chris Davis, fire Dirk. Anwar Nunn says, that's playing way better than Curry. Waleed McFarland says, I have a cousin named Jerron Jones that was on our practice squad. I would have given him a chance on the right side on the line. He plays guard and tackle.
Well, call him up. Tell him we got to get him out of there. I'm sure he's better than Caleb Benedoc.
Yep, Jeff Clark, our scouting department has set the team back for years. Drew Beerkiller, we young on defense. Maybe next year they would come together, but this needs coaching. Chris Davis says, sorry, can't kill JPP. He's our best defender.
Oh, no. JPP's balling. I think JPP has like seven sacks already. I just say he didn't show up today. But no, JPP has been our best acquisition. If you talk about free agency or draft, he's been by far our best acquisition. So no, I'm not killing JPP. I love what JPP has done for this team and what he continues to do for the right end position. Now, offensive players who put in work, guys, I only had 3. I had Fitzpatrick, I had Adam Humphries, and I had O.J. Howard. The one person on offense that's been showing up but did not show up today was Mike Evans. He had 1 catch, 16 yards.
Wow.
They kept trying to get the ball to him, and he was just getting locked down, man. That cornerback from the Panthers locked him down today. So Mike Evans had 1 catch for 16 yards, and he's got to show it. If Mike Evans ain't showing up on offense, it's hard for us to win. So my 3 players to get on offense is Ryan Fitzpatrick, Adam Humphries, and O.J. Howard. On defense, my players are at 3. Did not have 4. I could not think of 4. On defense, I had Levante David. I had Darius Taylor. Levante had 8 tackles, 6 solo, 2 assists, and a half a sack. Darius Taylor had 9 tackles, 4 solo tackles, and 5 assisted. Justin Evans had 7 tackles, 5 solo, and 2 assists. And of course, we talk about JPP. He had 1 assist today. That's it. No sacks, no solo tackles. He assisted on 1 tackle, and that was it. Now I know JPP was hurt most of all week. I don't think he practiced maybe like Wednesday. So they didn't even think he was going to play. And that may have something to do with the fact that he had probably his worst game as a Buccaneer today. I expect JPP to bounce back next week against the Redskins. What you got, Georgie?
All right, so they're blowing it up over here.
Let's go.
All right, Dave England says, tired of seeing this team giving huge contracts to FAs to come to TB and have a football vacation.
Yep.
Brian S. Edwards, Saints just scored. David Smith, I think our 1976 team is better. Benedoc says starting but not activating. Benedoc starting but not activating. Jermaine Cuffey, do we make Nick Saban an offer, GM and coach?
No.
Anwar Nunn says this team will not win 2 more games this year. Ouch. Come on, please don't say that.
I mean, we can't stop anybody. Oh, until the second half, then we get together. But we start off every game not being able to stop anybody. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why we can't start the game off like we start the second half off. So something is not right in the game planning. That we got to wait till we get to the game to see stuff, to make adjustments. Why can't we see that prior to the game and then make the necessary game planning for it so we don't fall behind every game? We have to fall behind every game before we start playing, and that's crazy.
All right, so Maurice Roll says the whole organization is a bust. The Glazers should sell the team to the Lightning's owners. Bucks haven't had a team of coaching or front office personnel worth crap since Tony Dungy.
I agree.
Nothing before Dungy, nothing after Dungy. Bring McKay back as the general manager.
Talking about Rich McKay.
Wow.
Hey.
Drew Bear Killer says Mike Evans played hurt today. Trust me, nobody can lock him down when healthy.
But if he played hurt, he shouldn't have played.
Right.
Because he was a non-factor. They tried to force the ball to him. He could not get any separation, and so he did not help us. If he's that hurt when he's not effective, then he shouldn't play. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
If he's that hurt when he's ineffective, then he should not play. He should take the game off and give somebody else opportunity to go out there who's healthy.
So Kyle Figler says, Coach Bell, do you believe, like I believe, that we need to completely clean house, GM and the entire coaching staff?
Absolutely. It's enough. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. We can't draft. We can't sign free agents. Our defense is been at the bottom for the last 2 or 3 years. So we just need. Look at the Rams, man. The Rams hired a new coach, and going into today's game, they undefeated. This guy they got, he's only his second year as the head coach of the Rams, and just a coaching change changes a lot. The play calling, the culture. So I do. Guys, what I did real quick today, I looked at what they had on TV. It caught my attention. Is the Buccaneer quarterback comparison at this point, at the halfway point of the season. Jameis Winston has passed for 1,181 yards. Fitz has passed for 1,550. Jameis Winston has thrown 6 touchdowns. Fitz has thrown 13 touchdowns. And that's before the 40 he threw today. So now he's up to 17. Jameis Winston has thrown 10 interceptions. Fitz has thrown 5. Again, before today's game, he's thrown 2 more interceptions, so he's up to 7 now. Jameis Winston quarterback rating was 74.7, and Fitz quarterback rating was 119.3. Just a little something for you guys to kind of think about.
Lots of comments.
Let's go.
All right, so Onward says, because we are the Bucks. Oh, okay. Jerry Lewis says, should the Bucks go after Mike Tomlin? Jim Sutton says, turnovers. Is it coaching? Waleed McFarland says, Evans had drops. Carlos Jalen Johnny Joseph says, you always look at the positive in everything. Now I know we're doing bad when you can't even find something good to say. SMH. Mike Ellis. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm always looking at what?
The positive.
I'm always looking at the positive?
Yeah, that's shit, really surprising to me.
I don't
Mike
know.
Ellis
I'm not being
looks
very
like
tonight.
That's what he said. That's why he said if you can't find nothing positive, then there must be nothing positive to say. Mike Ellis, yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, Mike Ellis looks like the Rams are going to lose. Onward Nunn says all of them need to go. Dave England says bring Dungy back as president of the football operations. Let him hire the GM and the new coach.
I'm all for that.
Okay.
I'm all for that.
Misadora says Bucks game plan is trash. We need a coaching staff who can scheme to get us going early. Halftime adjustments are great, but too little, too late.
Absolutely.
Coleman Bell the second says agree. Clean house.
Clean house.
Clean house. Edgar Rivera. This season is wash for Winston. Press the reset button for 2019. Fitz isn't coming back, and Griffin unlikely. 2019 draft class isn't going nothing. Ride home about in free agent class for QBs are awful.
Okay, well we gotta do something. Somebody gotta quarterback the team next year.
Coleman Bell II says Fitz is a better option. Keep him in there. Kyle Figler says with the way the defense is playing, should we play Jameis to see if we should keep his $20 million option or let him go next year?
No.
Chaz Burney, do we see Winston again?
I only see Winston if Fitz gets hurt. As long as Fitz stays upright, you will not see Jameis the rest of the year. Because the only way the Bucks have to pay Jameis that money is if he gets hurt. Okay, so as long as Jameis doesn't get hurt, then the Bucks have to pay him that money next year. So they're not gonna risk putting him out there and paying $20 million. They don't believe in him, and right now they don't believe in him. So they're not gonna risk having to pay somebody they don't believe in and risk injury. So no, I don't think Jameis would be out there this year again unless Fitz gets hurt. If Fitz gets hurt, then you have no other option. Okay, because Ryan Griffin's never thrown an NFL pass, and unless you're really just trying to get yourself fired, you're not going to throw Ryan Griffin out there at this stage.
Wow.
So you would have to go back to Jameis. But other than that, I don't think Jameis is going to play it again for the Bucs. Not this year. So I don't know, guys. I'm not very happy right now. I'm very disappointed. I thought by now we'd be further along. I thought the defense would have stuff together. All these free agents we signed, and all these DBs we drafted in this year's draft, and I thought Kenneth Beck would be back by now from his car accident where he broke his ankle. Of course, we didn't anticipate Quan Alexander getting hurt and being lost for this season. So we got a lot of things that are going against us. But I think we have enough players where we can scheme right and get things done. Did y'all see all the misdirections the Panthers ran today? Did y'all see the play calling? Did y'all see the reverse? Did y'all see the double reverse? That's what offensive coordinators do. Who's the offensive coordinator of the Panthers? Oh yeah, my brother's old coach for the Redskins, North Turner, the old veteran. Now North Turner could not be a head coach. He tried it twice. He tried it in Washington. He tried it in San Diego, and it was a disaster. But he's a heck of an offensive coordinator. And now the old guy is back in coaching, and he's got the offense at Carolina rolling. And so that's what we got to do. We got to get some offensive imagination. Go ahead, Georgie.
All right, so Kyle Figler. So Jameis is gone after this year. Brian S. Edwards says, cut Winston, fire Dirk. Onward None says, we need a whole new right side of the O-line. They can't block on any team. Chaz Burney says, wow. Ernestine Glenn is watching.
What's up, Mo? What's up, Mo?
Chaz Burney says, okay. Brian S. Edwards says, do we keep Hargraves next year? Chaz Burney says, we pass up strong backs. Keenan Wooten says Saints and Rams game is epic right now, Coach.
I know.
Omar Nunn says he is fired anyway, so it don't matter. Who at QB this team is broke down the middle. Kyle Figler says the missed tackles and lack of pass rush was disgusting.
It was awful.
Edgar Rivera says, should
awful.
we have traded Deshaun Jackson and possibly Fitz when their trade stock was high? Detroit got a third-round pick for Tate, who is 30. D-Jax won't be coming back in 2019, and the Bucs won't get anything in return.
Right.
Wally McFarland says, it is our attention to detail. I truly believe we have the personnel. Just need another quarterback. Victor Warrentham says, I didn't see any passion in any of the guys on defense. None. They were looking around for help from somewhere. Keenan Wooten says, how did the Rams get so good and we are left behind? Michael Bing says, what happened to McCoy today? He played like Villa.
Okay, here we go.
Vita Vea.
Here we go. Talking about McCoy. It's time to do grades, guys.
All right.
Okay, Dirk Cutter, head coach. I gave him a D. Once again, the team wasn't ready to play. That's on Dirk. Okay? They did again, make the adjustments. They came out in the second half and got it within 14 points. But the team wasn't ready to play. That is on the head coach. So Dirk Cutter gets a D. Offensive coordinator Todd Monken. I gave Todd Monken a C. Offense was lost in the first half. No imagination. But once they got rolling, we put points on the board. So I'm going to give him a C. Maybe C minus. Fitzpatrick. I gave Fitz. I gave him a C. He had the 2 bad interceptions. He missed a few open receivers. Other than that, I thought Fitz played okay. I think he gave us a chance. He started a little slow, but once he got into the game, I thought he gave us a chance. So I give Fitz a C. He had an okay game. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was right in the middle, so a C. Offensive line, I gave the O-line. I gave the O-line a C minus. I think we only had 82 yards on the ground, and we gave up 3 sacks. So I gave him a C minus. It wasn't a D. We did pass the ball for 4 touchdowns. So they did some good things, but not enough good things. They weren't consistent enough. The running game gets a flat-out F. Okay? Peyton Barber had 31 yards on the ground. This is our number 1 back. He rushed for 31 yards for the game. Fitz, our quarterback, ran for 23 yards. He was our second leading rusher. Fitzpatrick was the second leading rusher with 23 yards on the ground. Jacquizz Rodgers had 14 yards on the ground. We ended up running for 82 total yards on the ground with everybody. Total. Quarterback, running back. Adam Humphrey ran the ball one time for 7 yards. We finished with 82 yards on the ground. That's embarrassing for an NFL team. F for the running game. Passing game, I gave it a B. 219 yards, 4 touchdowns, and then the 2 interceptions. So I thought the passing game looked decent today. We had some misreads. We had some drop passes. But overall, I thought the passing game was good enough to get the job done. Other than the early woes But once we got rolling, I thought the passing game was okay. What you got, Georgie?
All right, so Michael Bing says, what happened to McCoy today? He played like Vea. Carlos Jalen Johnny Joseph says, who is a big name running back in college right now that's eligible for the draft? Maurice Roll. He says it doesn't matter who your quarterback is, you still will get the same result. Blow the whole team up. One player will not change the culture. Here in Tampa, you have to bring in a whole new crew of coaching with new and fresh ideas.
Absolutely.
Kevin Pruitt, I almost didn't read it. I was getting nervous. Kevin Pruitt, those two all-sides calls in a row sums up our season and coaching. Jermaine Cuffey is Deshaun Jackson, a distraction. Keenan Wooten, D-. Rick Green Jr., every captain patch should be taken off and re-earned.
Put them off. I agree with you.
Michael Banks says Cutter gets an F for fired. Kyle Figler, who do you believe are our best option at head coach and GM next year, Coach Bell? I vote for Coach Bell as GM.
Man, I'll tell you, man. I just think that we got to get maybe like a people have said earlier, like a Tony Dungy in the front office. He's a Tampa resident. He loves this area. And I think Tony Dungy is an honorable man, and I think people would want to come and work for Dungy. I think people will come to Tampa, some good coaches, and I think he has a very good eye for talent and for good coaches. I mean, look at that tree that he created when he was the head coach here. Almost everybody on his staff either is a head coach now, or had an opportunity to be a head coach at some point. Okay, from Lovie Smith to Mike Tomlin. It's so many guys on that coaching tree that was on the staff with Tony Dungy that I know if Dungy was the president or general manager of the Bucs, that I think he would attract some really good talent to come and play and coach for the Bucs.
All right, so Rob Thompson says, why did we draft a play-action QB, but we never fixed our line or our running back positions, but we expect him to develop in a positive way? Victor Worthing says, Dirk is a coach that never said in his interview that the team is ready to play. Renty Hill, I told y'all McCoy is trash. Oh, Rick Green Jr., no running game, no defense, zero discipline. Linebackers look lost. They lose next week. Blow the whole thing up. Tommy Powell, 26 of those yards from Barber was one play. Renty Hill, clean house. Wally McFarland, we need 2 more running backs too, and some right tackles and guards. Darren Trimble, O-line was a D. Anwar Nunn, head coach, F. Fitz, D. O-line, F. Defense, F-. Kicker, B. Carlos Jalen Johnny Joseph, we are the biggest disappointment in the NFL during the offseason. Everyone was talking how we was going to surprise the league. That's the part that hurt the most. Larson James, how many more years y'all gonna stay irrelevant, Coach?
I don't know, man.
It's hard to watch y'all.
It is hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard for us to watch us. But we're Buc fans, so we ain't going nowhere, brother. I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be frustrated, but I'm gonna be right here. Because one day,
you have a dream?
one day we're gonna win again. We sure win again. I was around for the 0-26
this season,
start.
Well, we win again this season.
I was around for the 0-26 start, and I saw us go from worst to first. And we sure win again.
This season.
We sure win again someday.
Ramel Hester, I'm completely disgusted with the poor coaching today in that game. Dirk Cutter and the whole coaching staff got to go. Keenan Wooten, Coach, what is your plan for the remainder of the season? I'm going to stop for that one.
My plan for the remainder of the season, guys, is to continue to watch my Bucs, continue to support my Bucs, to continue to come on this show, man, and just tell you what I see. And I'm telling you, this is from the heart. Okay, I'm not trying to agree with everybody or disagree with everybody. Only what I see and my years of experience as a coach, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, as just a football fan, as a football player. One thing I do know is I know football. I understand football. I understand issues. We have a lot of them. Most of it can be contributed to poor coaching, okay, poor scheming, but then some of it is bad players too, guys. I saw on that reverse when that guy ran the ball, I saw about 5-6 missed tackles. I saw guys jogging, not really. I mean, they made it look like they was hustling, trying to make the play, but they were just running in that direction, assuming somebody else was going to make the tackle, and everybody assumed the other person was going to get him, and nobody got him, and the guy made it all the way to the end zone. That was embarrassing.
All right, so Edgar Rivera says weird logic by Cutter. Anger, fake punt early in the second, punt
Yeah,
down 2
right,
touchdowns with 5 minutes left in the
right.
game. Michael Bing says put Derrick Brooks in the front office.
Absolutely.
Keenan Wooten, Herm Edwards, Clifford Huff. We need a head coach with NFL experience, not another college coach.
Absolutely.
Kyle Figler, I couldn't agree with you more about getting Dungy back as our leader in the front
We
office.
got to get him back, man. He's a good man, and he understands football, and he understands people.
Right.
People will run through a wall for Coach Dungy.
Yeah.
You need people at the top. Okay, everything slides downhill, good or bad. It all starts at the top. You look at any great organization, any great business, any great company, any great school. Look who's running that school. Look at that principal, aka Mendez. Okay, but anyway, you look at any good business organization or team. Look at who's in the front office. Look at the ownership. Right now, our ownership is still more conservative. Manchester U, the soccer team. When the last time the Glazers made a statement? When the last time the Glazers came forward and said anything to give the fans hope? When?
Wow, you have so many comments.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You know you're gonna have to go back and
Yeah.
reply to some of this.
I will. Go ahead.
All right, so Drew Beardkiller says we have all these weapons and these coaches don't know what to do with them. Keenan Wooten, NFC South Crown will go to the Saints. Clifford Huff can't jump ship. Hashtag it's a Bucks life.
Oh, never that. Ain't nobody jumping ship. You know, as fans, we have the right to complain and to voice our displeasure. But I don't think anybody on my show has ever talked about jumping ship. And that's one thing I can probably say about my fans and the followers of the Buc Talk with Coach Bell show. We are the most loyal fans. We've been through so much crap, but we're still here. We're still here.
Yes, and your wives. Jeffrey Licata, fake punt was bad, but when you can't stop anyone, you have to try something. Rincey Hill, how is 77 still playing? Please tell me. I don't understand. He can't block nobody. Rob Thompson, shouldn't we concentrate on working with Winston? That's 24. Not Fitzpatrick, that's 35. Terrence Anderson, can you tell me how many more excuses you want to make for the sorry Buccaneers?
Man, you worry about your sorry Broncos, okay? They're not exactly burned up the world. Freaking Bronco lover. Get off my dang show, dude.
All right, Dave England. That's all we can
Love
do.
Love you, cuz.
Dave England, that's all we can do is keep supporting our Bucks. John Irwin, Coach, we still love the show. Keep doing your thing. I know you know football, so what do you think about Bruce Arians?
I like Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians, guys, you guys don't know, he's the former coach of the Cardinals, okay, Arizona Cardinals. And before that, he filled in as interim coach for the Colts. He did a very good job, which helped him land the Arizona job. I like Bruce Arians. I think he would come here, and I think he would bring some stability to a team that doesn't have any. I think he would bring some discipline to a team that doesn't have any. And I think we would have an identity. Right now, we don't know who we are. Are we an offensive team? Are we a defensive team? Who are our leaders? We don't know. We don't have anything right now we can point our finger and say this is what we're good at. I thought we was a good passing team, but then we didn't really do too much today. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I think Bruce Arians would do a good job.
All right. Waleed McFarlane says Dungy's not coming back here. Carlos Jalen Johnny Joseph says, I'm going to the VA tomorrow and try to get disability. I'm going to try to claim high blood pressure.
Yeah.
All I got to do is say I'm a Bucks fan.
That's right.
Ricky Saylor, poor drafting.
Yes,
not
sir.
enough talent on the team with the QB on a rookie contract. Need to let, McCoy, let go McCoy and use that money for a big-time CB.
Yep.
Tyrone Thomas, look at Plant, LOL. Kyle Figler, after Malcolm Glazer died and the Glazer kids took over, it's been all downhill.
You're absolutely right. Once Daddy Malcolm died, and the kids took over the Bucks, it's been downhill. You're absolutely right.
Well, there's a lot of ladies.
So I'm gonna come back, guys. Like I said, if Georgia doesn't ask you a question, I'm gonna answer it later.
All right, Tommy Powell says not jump ship, but sure hang your head down. Ernestine Glenn, interesting. Noah Miranda, keep doing your thing, man.
Hey, I'm trying, man. It's hard, man. It's a hard night of life being a Buck fan right now. All of us, not just. I'm tired of losing. I want to win. I want to have a good feeling after a game and the clock says 0. I want to win. Okay, we played 8 games. We've only had 3 experiences of winning so far. We're 3-5. 3-5.
Yeah.
How did we get to be 3-5? Our schedule was heavy at the beginning, but I think lately we got games that's more winnable. I don't know, man. I'm just not happy right now. All right, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. Mark Duffner, defensive coordinator, I gave him a D-. We couldn't tackle. We could not pressure the quarterback. We still have not been able to create a turnover, I think, since the Steelers game. Why can't we get a turnover? Why can't we get a turnover, a interception, a fumble, something?
Yeah.
So I give Mark Duffner a D-. The only reason he didn't get an F because the defense came out in the second half and gave up 1 touchdown. So that saved him from getting the F. Gerald McCoy gets a D-. He had 2 tackles the whole game, no solo tackles, 2 assists and a half sack. Because of the half sack, okay, the 2 tackles, I gave Gerald a D-.
Wow.
The defensive line as a whole, a D, was basically manhandled by the Panthers offensive line. Okay? Stopping the run, F. The Panthers rushed for 179 yards on the ground and had 4 rushing touchdowns. Okay? Defending the pass, a D. Cam was 19 of 25 for 228 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Our kicker, Chandler Canizaro, I gave him an A. Yes, I gave him an A. He was 4 of 4 on extra points, and he did not attempt a field goal today. And all of his kickoffs went for touchbacks. So real quick on Gerald McCoy. People say, well, Gerald was a defensive tackle, so he's not, y'all should expect Gerald to do sacks and do this and do that. I'm going to compare Gerald to the best defensive tackle in football. This is the guy that was drafted out of the University of Pittsburgh. When he came out, they said this guy was too small. Okay, he's playing right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Guy named Aaron Donald, number 90 for the Rams. Aaron Donald currently leads the NFL in 3 different categories. First of all, he leads the NFL in sacks. Remember, he's a defensive tackle now, not a defensive end. Oh, yeah, he was probably too small. He has 10 sacks, okay, going into the next game. He also leads the NFL in quarterback hits going into the game. He's had 17 quarterback hits so far this season. Leads the NFL, but he's too small. And also, Aaron Donald leads the NFL tackle for loss. He had 12 of them going into the next game. He's a defensive tackle, just like Gerald McCoy. The only difference is he impacts the game. He makes a difference in every game they play.
Wow.
Sacks, quarterback hits, tackles for loss. Gerald McCoy, where are you in this category? How many sacks you have for the year? How many hits you have on quarterback? How many tackles for loss you have?
Ooh, he's giving me a headache now. All right, so Dave England says Jim Harbaugh as head coach. Jamal Jefferson says Bucks need to draft the whole Alabama. Rob Thompson says 23-year season pass holder. And all I can say is I'm tired of losing.
Tired of losing, man.
Catch your cash as McCoy needs to be traded.
McCoy can go. We
Figler.
We lose with him, we can lose without him. Let him go. Maybe get a draft picks and get a new general manager, a new coach who can actually turn those draft picks into productive players.
All right, Kyle Figler says, love the show, Coach Bell. Marcus Jackson says the season's about to end like the rest of the season, no playoffs. David England McCoy won't be on the Bucks next season. Not worth the money.
I'll help you move.
Paid.
I'll help McCoy move.
Well, sometimes when people move, they get better. So
that's fine. That's fine. He's not helping us here. Let him. But
maybe if we're gonna get the whole new coaching staff, then why can't we keep?
No, he's probably making. Well, he's probably our highest paid player, but he's not producing. Produce. Show up. Fourth quarter, we need a big sack. Come through now. 3rd down and 1. We need a stop. Crash through there, hit man in the backfield for a loss. We need him to show up in big time. Is like Casper. He disappears.
Omar Nunn says, can we please just forfeit the rest of the season so we can all not lose our minds?
I'm losing my mind. You see, guys, I'm going freaking nuts, okay? I'm going nuts, man. The Bucks will make you lose your mind. They will. They'll make you yell at your wife, which I shouldn't. I yelled at my wife earlier. because I was so mad at the Bucs. But that's what the Bucs will do, man. It starts to get to you. Your eyes start to cross. They just go nuts. I don't know, man.
Misador says G-Mac is on vacation. Kalia Young says McCoy can go. Kyle Figler says dump all high salaries on the cap. Fernando Cruz says goodbye Winston, please a running game and new quarterback. Joseph McDaniel says this is my first time watching your video.
What's up,
and
man?
I just want to know, do we rebuild or coach, and if so, what coach do we get?
I just think you got to look at who's available. I think you got to get somebody who's going to come in here first of all, and demand that. Okay, I don't care. Right now we have a team full of individuals. You got to get somebody who's going to come in here and bring the team together. I remember when Tony Dungy took over for Sam Weiss. Okay, we had Sam Weiss and Tony Dungy came in. The first thing he did, I got to change the culture of losing in this building. So we got to get somebody who understands. They got to be like part of like a psychologist and understand how to change the way that our players think. Right now, our players don't really expect to win. I tell you right now, they don't expect to win. So we got to get a coach who's gonna come in here and bring that winning attitude, change the culture, and come in here and be able to develop players, because we really don't develop players. We get players, they come here, they don't do well, they go somewhere else and they do better. Why is that? It wasn't the player, it was a scheme, and they weren't developed now the best way here. And that's why they go to other teams and do well.
All right, Darren Trimble says, Coach, I am nuts with you. Jerry Lewis says, do you think Winston is the main problem in Tampa?
Oh,
I love
no.
that kid, but
no.
it seems like way too much pressure placed on him.
No, he's not the main problem. If he can't turn around and hand the ball off and get 4 or 5 yards, and everything has to be on him. I think the last two or three starts Winston had, he had to throw the ball 45, 50, 60 times. That is not winning football. When your quarterback has to throw the ball over 40 times because your running game is so inept.
Wow.
Okay, that's the word I'm going to use right now. Our running game is inept.
Ooh.
Okay, so the running game is so inept that your quarterback has to pretty much, run for first downs on 3rd and 5. He has to run the ball to get the first down because you don't trust that you can hand the ball off like most teams to get 5 yards. Then that's what the problem is.
All right, so Edgar Rivera says the Bucs need another DT and DE, also a LB. John Irwin says no, Winston stays. He's young.
I just said I don't think he's playing no more this year. I really don't. But
so you think they're gonna keep him?
I think if they don't get, they may try to trade him. If they can't trade him, because you can't just let him walk out the door at 24 years old with all these starts. So you got to try to, if you don't get anything for him, what you think is unfair, then you got to go and keep him and you got to develop him. Hopefully, a new coaching staff will come in and they will build the offensive line. They will have some form of running game, so you don't have to make all the plays himself by throwing the ball or trying to run for first downs. Okay, and you just can't. That's just not winning football. That may work for a game or two, but you can't go. You can't go with your offense with your quarterback being your first or second or third leading rusher. In college, yes, but not in the NFL. It doesn't work in the National Football League. Okay, even Cam Newton plays for Carolina, but they still have running backs in Carolina where Cam is not your leading rusher. Okay, it's Christian McCaffrey.
There's so many comments. Make sure you go back.
I will. I'll go back.
Because it's already 7:50.
I know. Let me run through this real quick. The stats for today's game. The Bucs ran 65 plays. The Panthers ran 59. The Bucs had 301 yards of total yards. The Panthers had 407 total yards. The Panthers had 9 for 84. Turnovers. The Bucs had 2. The Panthers had 0. Once again, we cannot get turnovers. We have not forced a turnover since the Pittsburgh game, I think it was. Passing. Fitz was 24 of 41, 219 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And Cam was 19 of 25, 222 touchdowns. Rushing, we ran the ball 21 times, 82 yards, no rushing touchdowns. The Panthers ran the ball 32 times, 179 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Okay? First downs, the Bucs had 23 first downs. The Panthers had 22 first downs. Sacks, the Bucs they sacked Cam Newton twice. It was a half sack by Levante David and Gerald McCoy. and Nassik had 1 sack. The Panthers sacked Fitz 3 times. The defensive end named Mario Addison had all 3 sacks for the Panthers. And time of possession, the Bucs had the ball for 29 minutes. The Panthers had the ball for 31 minutes.
Wow. All right, so, all right. I'm going to try to go back. Clifford Huff, no, Winston isn't the main problem. It's the whole team losing, drop balls, no run game, no sacks, secondary giving up, too many big plays. Penalties, and I'll add, can't make a play. Maurice Vernon, Dungy gives wins on field and gives back to the community. I would make him an offer. Absolutely. He could not resist.
Absolutely.
Fernando Cruz, a whole new defensive secondary. Kyle Figler, if we let Winston go, he might be a Steve Young, Doug Williams, or Trent Dilfer.
Well, Trent Dilfer didn't do much. Trent Dilfer did win the Super Bowl, but that's because of the defense. Soon as they won that Super Bowl, the Ravens cut Trent Dilfer. So that's how much of a difference he was. They got rid of his butt as soon as after that Super Bowl. So